And now, broadcasting live from the Elevation 5280 Sports and Lifestyle Studios, this is On the Mark When on the Mic with Mark Saxton.
First and foremost, obviously watching this, now, being a 90s kid, I might be a little biased, but I loved how 90s this movie was. I loved seeing all the old computers and printers and phones, and that was funny to me in itself. I loved it. It was a great movie.
And Michael Spillin.
I mean, the Indiana Fever almost can't catch a break while they're still maintaining kind of good basketball on the floor. They just can't catch a break when it comes to the injury bug. They say Caitlin Clark is making progress, still not even like full participant at practice with the groin injury. Honestly, with 14 games left, why even push it? You might as well just sit the rest of the 14 games and get her ready for the playoffs.
Now, On the Mark When on the Mic is on.
And welcome into On the Mark When on the Mic, your Elevation 5280sports.com. And we are here later than usual on a Monday night, but we had to do it. You know why? This should be a national holiday as it's Equinox night. It is the sports equinox. And Mark, I was thinking about this a little earlier today, and I was like, I think tonight's the night. I think tonight is – I was thinking about it because I was like, obviously Monday Night Football. I mean, basketball and hockey, you're having games every day. And then I was like, I think Game 3 of the World Series is today. All four sports right now.
Best time of year. My favorite time of year. Absolutely amazing getting to watch all of the sports at any point in time of your day, unless you waited for the World Series. But what I'm saying is it was all day long. Being able to watch everything. So excited. Like I said, this is my favorite time of year.
Yeah. So obviously we have Monday Night Football. The Chiefs are destroying the Commanders right now, 21-7. We have Game 3 of the World Series, end of the sixth inning. That's all knotted up at 4 apiece, as that series is back in LA. I mean, there's only two. The NHL is like, we're not going to go crazy. Literally only 2 games in the NHL happening right now. Blues and Penguins and Bruins and Center, both of those games are over. So they're like, let's get our stuff out of the way early, and then we'll make way, for the late night guys. And then the whole slate of NBA, I mean, there's 9 games, if I can count right, going on right now. So there is just craziness going on. Speaking of the NBA, Nuggets are playing right now against Minnesota, just gave up the lead. And I was like, where? I went to local altitude first, and I was like, if the game's not there, which I shouldn't be surprised because they haven't shown their own home team's game in like 8 years until recently, unless you have special packages and special apps and stupid crap like that. And then I was like, I was stupid, Mark, because I forgot the TNT like relinquished their entire NBA, whatever it is. So I went to HBO Max, which last year had the NBA games. Nope. And then I was like, where the hell is this game? So then I went to the Nuggets app and pushed how to watch like an idiot. And of course it says Peacock right there. So I was like, I went to Peacock, and there it is right there on the home screen. So it's really weird seeing the NBA on Peacock now.
Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to. We were talking a little bit I think we were talking about this last week too, where you're going to have to be careful on what you click on and what app. Make sure you got to sift through all your subscriptions and get them all straightened down.
They're just all over the place. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to all these streaming services. You got like you said, you got to go through all of them to see where these games are nowadays. But there it was right there on the old Peacock, as right next to the Office reruns right there next to but yeah, a lot to get into today, tonight. As we mentioned, the sports we had to do a show obviously because it's sports equinox. I think we talked about this last week or the week before, whatever it was. We were like, it's coming, like in October it's coming, and here it is. We are here, and then we will get into obviously the World Series, the slate of NFL games, my shitty fantasy football team. and everything in between. And then we will get into, obviously, the wheel review. Mark is going to I'm jealous of Mark's breakdown. He gets to break down the Mighty Ducks, and I get to break down the pilot episode of Sons of Anarchy. Had never seen it before. And also, I've been looking forward to this series, and I had no idea it started yesterday. And I'm going to bring that up here soon, and you'll see reviews and blogs about it on our website, e5280sports.com. Go to all of our social medias, by the way, Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever it's called now, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, everything you want. And then go to our home base, e5280sports.com, for all the goodness and information there as well. Have you ever had, by the way, a direct deposit not go through and you're like, where the hell is my money?
No, I cannot say that I have.
So my direct deposit did not go through on Friday, and I am like, this is dumb. And then got the old school paper check in the mail today.
And how does that feel?
Feels like 2007 is what it feels like.
Get to sign it? Do you at least get to stay in the future somewhat and take a picture?
I mean, it goes into your bank account way quicker when you take a picture anyway.
Right.
I feel like it does, because if you take it to the bank, they got to do all this stuff, and I honestly don't know what's faster. I feel like taking a picture with the app, it just like it digitally just goes there. I don't know how to. Like, checks are getting digitally transformed. I thought people were going to be transformed here soon, as in you go into a little transporter and all of a sudden you're somewhere else. I mean, it's 2025. Well, we're supposed to be in like flying cars by now, Mark, also. So
if you remember the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, they were predicting we'd be there in 2010. So, I mean, we're slacking.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. We're already 15 years past.
I know.
Which is crazy. All right, let's get into what are you watching? And obviously, I think we can both agree on the World Series right now. Obviously, I don't know if this is on your list, honestly, but I don't know if you saw the memes and the pictures. It says who's rooting for who, and it basically had the entire United States and Canada, obviously, rooting for Toronto, and then obviously the little sliver of California rooting for the LA Dodgers. Toronto came out hot in game one, absolutely demolished the LA Dodgers. Dodgers were able to get back on track in game two on Saturday. And right now we are in the midst of game three, as just ended the sixth inning of play. We're on the top of the seventh now, still tied at 4. So we might see some extra baseball here coming up shortly. What do you? I mean, I'm reluctant to bring up sports betting. Admit. How do you say that word? Amidst R.I.P. Chauncey, R.I.P. Terry Rozier, and that was crazy. But anyway, I all I needed was Blake Snell to get 6 strikeouts in game whatever he pitched. I think it was game 1 he pitched.
Yeah.
And he had 5 strikeouts, shattered my 10-leg parlay, shattered my possible $1,500 payout. So, and then and I was scared because he had given up a 2-run home run in like the 4th or 5th or whatever inning. And in the playoffs, these pitchers are on short leashes. And
right.
I was like, oh, there, yeah. Exit. All I needed was six strikeouts, and he left the game with 5. But I mean, what is your thoughts so far on this World Series? I don't want to speak for you, but I guess go Blue Jays all the way. I'm gonna laugh, by the way, if the Toronto Blue Jays win another World Series or another championship, I should say, before one of Canada's hockey team does.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. Honestly, I'm going for the Blue Jays. I've especially the past few years, it's been a fun thing to poke at. The Canadians not being able, not a Canadian team not being able to win a Stanley Cup. But I think they get the last laugh if they win a World Series, right? I mean, I think taking over our pastime, I think they get the final laugh on that one. But no, I think it's been fun. Blake Snell looked good up in that game one, up until that sixth inning. Giving up, the I think a grand slam is what did him in, or a 2-run shot. I forget now. But anyways, they had a big 9-run inning, winning like 11-4 or whatever it was. But I think this series has given us exactly what we've asked for. There's been defense, there's been offense, solid pitching. Yamamoto, hate the Dodgers, I love the Dodgers. Yamamoto having the complete game in game 2, so that was interesting there. So, I mean, like I said, I think this is a fun one, and it's funner to root against the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, you just want to see. I mean, I was hoping for just a clean sweep, but that's not obviously going to happen, as we're in game 3 with a 1-1 series tie at the moment. So we will see what happens in this game 3 as the series is shifted back to LA, and we will see. But yeah, I mean, when you don't care how much you spend on free agents and stuff like that, I mean, I bet you the casual fan probably couldn't even name you one player on Toronto. I mean, hell, Mark, I forgot Max Scherzer was even on Toronto. I was wondering, though, in the ALCS, I was like, what happened to Bo Bichette? Why isn't he playing? Obviously, Bo Bichette's dad was a long-time Colorado Rocky, so that name kind of sticks out for at least Denver people. I bet you even the Denver casual fan, if they're even called that anymore, probably didn't even know Dante Bichette had a son who's playing in the major leagues, let alone being on Toronto. But if you ask somebody, like, name somebody on the Dodgers, they could maybe squeak out Shohei, maybe. Probably half the people probably still think he's on the Angels or something. I don't know, but it's just go Toronto all the way at this point.
Absolutely, and I think the way, like I said, the way that they market sports now, anyways, and they market the players, shoving the Dodgers roster down everybody's throat and having to see Shohei, even in irrelevant games during the season, they would pull up a Shohei highlight. It's like, I think that has to do with a lot for why people, other than the real fans, that are intense about it. That's a lot of reasons why they hate the Dodgers. But then, like I said too, then you got Dave Roberts' mouth on top of it all, just like, we're gonna ruin baseball and get the 4-game sweep and all that nonsense, and then just having to put up with them still being good.
yeah. It's even more annoying that they can pretty much back it up, and you just hate to see it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Too bad Chauncey and company didn't have a translator. Maybe they would have gotten away with gambling like Shohei.
Yeah, where was Chauncey's fall guy? What happened to him?
Right.
Yeah. Or R.I.P. Yeah. So what else is on the docket? Obviously, the NFL. Obviously, we are in week 8. I said obviously, pretty frequently there in one sentence. So I apologize for that. But, we have Monday Night Football right now. Not a doubleheader like usual, by the way. Just one Monday night.
Yeah, why is that?
I think when, like, bye weeks maybe ramp up is when you only get one nowadays. But
maybe the World Series.
Could be. Maybe they don't want to compete. But it is the sports equinox, so we are going to keep shoving that down your throat. And the Chiefs once again dominating the Washington Commanders 28-7. Right now, but over this past week 8, the New York Jets finally get their first win of the season. Aaron Glenn gets his first win as a NFL head coach as they squeak out I mean, it was an ugly one. I mean, there were still over 70 points scored in this game. I don't know how, but the Jets walk away with a 39-38 victory. Dolphins somehow beat the Atlanta Falcons. Was Tua in that game? Is that why? Or
yes,
I was going to say,
he was in that game.
I was going to say, did they bench him and that's why they won? But
I watched that game and I just could not believe how terrible the Falcons were playing.
Well, because Kirk Cousins started that game too for Atlanta, and maybe that's why. Maybe it was the Atlanta quarterback that we were not paying attention to. The Buffalo Bills absolutely demolished the Carolina Panthers 40-9. Poor Panthers. I mean, Bryce Young, I think he might be done for the season now with the news that came out on him. Texans got a maybe surprising win over the 49ers. Eagles beat down the Giants, kind of a revenge game for Philadelphia. Bad news for the New York Giants as Scatterbo goes down with, I don't know if you saw it, he tried to lift up his foot and it just literally
so
fell.
ugly.
Yeah, it literally fell the opposite way and just dangling there. And yeah, he is done for the season. You kind of saw the reaction from Jackson Dart as well. Just kind of, I don't know if he was swearing, cussing, whatever, just yelling basically to himself, looking up in the air, just disgusted and pissed off that had to happen. The rookie duo was looking pretty promising there, but now you're going to lose Scatterbo for the rest of the season. Patriots beat down the Cleveland Browns, and I don't know if you saw Myles Garrett's reaction to losing another game, in a game in which he had a career high 5 sacks in. Still couldn't stop anybody. Still can't beat anybody as the Browns lose 32-13. Buccaneers shut out the Saints in terms of scoring touchdowns, but they did win. They only gave up a field goal, 23-3. Indiana Jones is just slinging the rock all over the place as Colts. I mean, it is the Tennessee Titans, Mark, so I don't know what that tells you, but yeah. And then your Green Bay Packers going up against Aaron Rodgers in those weird-looking bumblebee uniforms.
Terrible unis.
You know what, though? They wore a very bad one a couple years ago. And I don't know if it was
the one where they look like inmates.
Was it the? Yeah, it was like a jail. It was like weird pinstripe. I thought this one was better than the last one they wore. I mean, let's face it. This is like from 1930 when they were then the Pittsburgh Pirates, apparently. So I thought this one was way better than the last one they wore. Didn't matter because Packers were like, we're going to beat the shit out of you anyway. And they did. So 35-25, the final in Sunday Night Football. So slate of games, exciting, just kind of blah. Vikings get beat down as well. And then we learned today that, I mean, they cannot catch a break with quarterbacks, Mark. They can't. They let Sam Darnold walk. He's slinging things all over the place in Seattle. They lose once again. J.J. McCarthy, second year in a row, they lose him. I mean, last year was before the season started. This year was a couple games in. You go to Carson Wentz, and now he is done for the year with shoulder surgery, so they cannot catch a break when it comes to quarterbacks the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, and the Chargers were getting back there all night on Thursday. They were just punishing that guy. And, like, it was like, come on, guys, give him a break. Like, he's had enough tonight. Look at him. He can barely move. Like, he's had, I don't know how many injuries over the years that's kept him from playing football in the pros, season by season. It's like, come on, man, let the dude breathe.
Yeah, it is crazy. So I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe we'll finally see movement on maybe a Jameis Winston or Russell. I don't know about Russell Wilson anymore, but somebody's got to. I don't know who their third string or emergency quarterback, whatever you call them nowadays. I'm not sure who they have waiting in the wings now, but they desperately need help if they want to somehow get back to 500 and save their season. So I'm not sure where.
What are the Browns doing with Shedeur? I mean, they just drafted him to put him on the shelf?
Another guy who could. I mean, you might as well. I don't know. I mean, Cleveland is just. I mean, they're worse. I don't know if they're worse than the Dolphins right now, but it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess in Cleveland, and that's why they call it the mistake by the lake, Mark. It's just.
That's a fact.
I feel bad for them because I have family who are diehard Cleveland Brown fans, live in Ohio. Sorry, but I mean it's yeah, it's bad out there. I mean, you had the Guardians for a little bit, and then they break down in the in the first round of the baseball playoffs. You don't. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't name you one player on the Columbus Blue Jackets, which I don't think anybody can at this point. But
nope.
I mean, you really only have the Ohio State Buckeyes that kind of people can latch onto. Maybe the Cavs can make another run. I mean, they finished first in the East last year, and they just, I guess for lack of a better term, just choke in the first and second rounds of the playoffs. Indiana got them last year. Indiana ended up going to the finals, so you kind of like, all right, well, at least we lost to them. But I don't know. Poor Cleveland.
I think that the Cavs are going to be the closest thing they can cling on to there in Cleveland. That's just a lot of years of a lot of pain and suffering.
Yeah, it's tough out there. It's bad. I mean, you could switch sides and be a Bengals fan, but then they're starting to kind of lose their way a little bit too. You thought Shane Falco was going to be the savior, and then you lose
that screwed my parlay up on Sunday so bad. I was so mad.
And then you lose. Yeah, you lose. Then you lose to the 0-7 Jets all of a sudden, and you're like, oh, Ohio just got blanked on Sunday.
There's no winning. There's no winning.
There you go. All right, Mark. What's on? What else you watching?
For me, MLS playoffs started, so I'm definitely watching that. San Diego FC beating Portland last night, 2-1 in the best of 3 in this round of the playoffs. So I'm excited. Like I said, I think this is going to be the best one yet for the MLS, as competition has gotten light years better. So that's what I'm watching.
There you go. Yeah, and start of the NBA season. It's always fun to see. I don't know what, like, all these 50-point games all of a sudden too. I mean, obviously Shea Free Throw Alexander got a 50-piece, and then you had Aaron Gordon all of a sudden had a career high 50 points in a game in a loss, and then last night you had Austin Reeves with a 50 burger.
Yeah, Reeves went off.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, he had 22 free throws. Why is nobody talking crap? Shea gets 20 free throws and like the difference is Shea averages like 20 free throws a game.
Right.
He averages more time laying on the ground than he does upright. So that's why.
Gives LeBron a run for his money.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, he's still sitting out. Sorry, my volume is being weird and stupid. Anyway, yeah, so the start of the NBA season, fun. NHL in full swing. Love catching those games. And, of course, what are we watching? The Sports Equinox. Equinox falls on right now. It's happening right now. Although the 2 NHL games are over, we are still living in it, Mark. What does it feel like? Does it feel like I feel like I want to say vortex, but I didn't watch any of the NHL games, so I don't know if it counts. But
it counts. It still counts.
We should have had the day off today. There should be no reason to work, so we can watch all these games. Should be a national.
So we can appreciate living in the moment.
Like do we have to write Congress to get this pushed through as a holiday? I think
we got to start somewhere.
Hey, if Diddy's going to be pardoned, we should get the day off for Sports Equinox.
There should be a lot more. There should be a lot more given to us if he's going to be pardoned.
It's only fair.
No, I agree. I say kick some of these other, like Arbor Day or whatever, like those kinds of stuff. That needs to go. This needs to get in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Arbor Day, I want to work where you work, but yeah, we need the Sports Equinox. That's what it is. All right, Mark. It needs
to be appreciated more for sure.
Yeah. What are you not watching?
I really, other than that scandal, the gambling scandal, I haven't really found anything that kind of really pissed me off. And you always hate to see when those guys are directly affecting their game to win bets, and it's always a shame, but like you said, RIP, got to move on. But that's about it. That's about all my list for not watching. What about you?
Yeah, I was gonna throw that in there as well. Yeah, I got a text from a friend that said they got Chauncey, and I mean, I guess he's playing like a little subliminal messaging. He was like released or something. I don't know. and he was wearing I don't know if you saw the sweatshirt he was wearing. It said Clutch Sports, trying to send the message about that agency company, saying, hey, look into these guys. And then Kevin Garnett was recently linked to this poker game or whatever it was. I mean, dude, X-ray tables, get me one of those.
Right.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Mark.
Goodfellas.
That's what I'm talking about. That it's 2025. X-ray tables are in.
That's the future. We are in it.
We don't have flying cars or transporters yet, but we got X-ray freaking tables to cheat at poker games. Give me one of those.
That's what I need. Send that to the house.
Yeah, come on. I'd rather have something to. I'd rather have like an X-ray table to help me with parlays, but I mean, I don't. So can we get that? Can we get that technology? But yeah, that was crazy. Some in some magical sports universe, the Miami Heat are undefeated since Terry Rozier got the clamps, which is just crazy. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot of guys linked to it. We've only heard a couple names, and I mean, is it stupid to begin with? I know the poker game wasn't really sports betting. Terry Rozier was like sports betting, which is weird because sports betting is not even legal in Florida yet, and so he must have been. I don't know where he was. And is it just dumb? Like, should athletes be able to bet on sports? Obviously not their sport. You got to regulate it. Again, it's 2025. There's multiple ways. An athlete downloads a sports betting app. Just take out, for example, if it's an NBA guy, take out the NBA. They cannot bet on NBA games. Just take that function out, or just make a new app for athletes.
Yeah.
There's ways. There's got to be. Because every damn commercial, Mark, everything is brought to you by this and that, whatever sports betting it is, and then these guys get in trouble for using it. It's kind of stupid if you look at it.
No, I agree. Like you said, if they're gambling and it's not directly affecting what they're doing, I don't see why they can't. I mean, and I'll even go a step further. And let's just say, you're in the NBA. Why can't you make a bet before the season starts saying, hey, I'm gonna say this team's gonna win it all? And there's nothing you can do that'll affect that. Unless you could somehow predict the future to where you're going to be playing that team in the finals. But
yeah,
I don't see why not.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it's and that changes. And see, that changes the whole argument for me, where it's like, okay, well, he was betting on sports, okay, or he was shaving points. Now we're talking about something completely different, right? Because that's not gambling anymore. That's just flat out stealing money.
Yeah, but I just think it's stupid. These leagues are making money off of all these sponsors, and then you get in trouble for betting.
Right, and because of those guys that are out there on the field or on the floor doing what everybody is paying to watch.
Yeah, and then you have it all on the court, on the walls, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you saw the ESPN where they were talking about it, and then they had the obviously ESPN bet, promo running in the corner on the little ticker on the bottom, and then they took it off right away. Like, who cares?
Right.
Like,
I agree.
It's dumb. It's all stupid. Again, just create an app for athletes. You give it to an NFL guy, they can't bet on NFL games. They can bet on all the other sports that they want. I mean, there's. I think, I don't know. I wish I wasn't the tech injury so I could. Let's create that app, Mark. Let's do it right now.
We got to. That's the $1 million idea right there.
Yeah. So everybody who heard that, shh.
Disregard.
Disregard. We're revoking that. It's classified. So, yeah, but I just think it's stupid. I think there's ways around it. I think it's stupid that it's not 1974 when Pete Rose bet on baseball. Right. He obviously went to a sports book somewhere and was like, bet on the Reds or whatever it was. And now, you have all these apps that you can literally probably your sponsors with these companies. You say, hey, this guy downloaded it to his phone. take off the sport he plays for.
Right.
I don't know if it's easier said than done, but I would believe that there's ways around it. So,
But I mean, and what's wrong with if like Pete Rose, like I'm betting to win. I am betting to win, and I'm putting money on myself to win. I I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're not shaving points. I don't. That's where I get.
It's not like do it. It's not like what like the Black Sox did. Pretty much,
right.
I mean, it wasn't betting, but they threw a World Series because they hated their owner. Yeah, it's not like you're betting on yourself to lose. That you can control. Like you just stop playing.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Exactly. But if you're going out there and you're still trying to play, it's not going to make your opponent play any less than what they're capable of.
Yeah. So I think it's stupid. I know there's probably more bad things involved, behind closed doors, behind the curtain, but I think there should be a way around it, and there might be. I don't know. So we'll get that app out in 2028 when we create it. So it's coming. All right. Anything else you're not watching? I mean, we just kind of touched on that. Yeah, not much else, I guess.
So it's the right time of year where, like I said, we're kind of just watching everything.
Yeah, the World Series Game 3, by the way, bottom of the 7th, that is now tied at 5 runs apiece. So it went from 4 to 5. Chiefs still murdering the Commanders right now, 28-7. And again, basketball all over the place. NHL is done for the day. So we are in the sports equinox. If you didn't know it, you're in it right now. So do whatever you need to do. Yeah, just enjoy it for the next couple of hours, because I mean, we could have another sports equinox here maybe Thursday if there's a baseball game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, 2 days in a week, that would be crazy. That
would just make 2025 all worth it.
No, because see, Game 4 of the World Series is tomorrow, and then wow, that's crazy. Game 5 would be Wednesday, so they would be playing 3 days in a row because the series, and then the next game is because they played 3 games in a row in LA, and then they would go back, and then they would go back to Toronto on Friday. So they skipped Thursday. Stupid baseball. They did that on purpose.
Yeah. They're trying to mess with the people, man.
Yeah, they're trying to mess with the sports gods aren't not going to be happy. All right, well, let's move on to the second half of the show, which each week we spin the wheel review. We'll get to that here in a second. Lands on a movie, TV show, genre, how many episodes we're supposed to watch, etc., as we spin that. And Mark has always got, seems like, movies every week, which he loves. But this week I'm jealous of the movie that he got to watch was the first Mighty Ducks. And then I had to watch the pilot of Sons of Anarchy, which I was happy to do because I've never seen one episode all the way through, I should say. I mean, it's been on, here and there, never sat down, watched it, never sat down, paid attention. You know how that is with different shows here and there. But so I'm excited. Mark, for your recap, review, everything about the first Mighty Ducks movie.
You know what, man? I forgot how much I really liked that movie. Like, obviously going into it, I knew I loved that movie, but like watching it again, absolutely love that film. But it raised a couple of questions. The limousine driver, right? The driver for Gordon Bombay was involved every step of the way with that team, all the way up through the championship against the Hawks. Like, where did he go the rest of the time? Bombay stayed, but like the driver just never came back. It threw me through a loop because I was like, well, he was so involved with that team. Like, why wouldn't they bring him back? So I don't know if there was like contract issues outside, or if they just couldn't fit his storyline in for him. But that kind of rose some questions for me. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that and Goldberg being the worst goalie ever. like just refusing to get in front of the puck, and then he's afraid of it. Like I said, one of my favorite movies. Love it. Love the storyline. I think they did a very good job. I thought it was funny how when he first got to practice, you got kids out there running around the ice in boots, football helmets, football shoulder pads. Some of them had skates. Some of them didn't have any, real hockey gloves. So that was funny. And then,
it was very reminiscent of like Little Giants. Like they just poured out the equipment and they just kind of put on what was in there.
Exactly. And the first game that you get to see him play in, everybody, there was the one kid that was in the Heavyweights movie. He was wearing a football helmet with none of his clothes matched any of the other colors that the other kids were wearing. And then Goldberg, I don't even know what those things were on his legs, but they weren't real shin pads. So good on him, I guess, for being tough enough to go out there still. But yeah, so it was fun. It's a great movie, fun movie. I'm gonna probably watch the second one tonight before I go to bed.
as one should.
That's right. But yeah, no, great movie. Like I said, watching the characters and all the additions. One thing I do love about movies or shows is when the creators love their characters enough to be able to show who they are and how they would react, and things like that. I think the Mighty Ducks does just that, especially with Fulton, Jesse, Goldberg, obviously Charlie Conway, and Banks. You know what I mean, coming in from the Hawks.
Cake eater.
So yeah. So good fun. No, I loved it. 2 thumbs up. Recommend. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and it's just one of those classic movies. I mean, I every time I see one, I want to get one. It's the classic green and like mustard gold Ducks jersey. I want the captaincy Conway number 96. Just iconic jerseys. Yeah, obviously iconic movie. Emilio Estevez is great, obviously, and when you're put up against a choice to coach a bunch of dumb kids in pee-wee hockey or go to jail, you're gonna take the former because and then obviously it turns into what it did, but just a classic.
Yeah. And like I said, the funniest thing was that's another thing I want to talk about. Just the 90s in it is so real. As Charlie Conway's getting ready to take the final penalty shot, and he just skates out there, no helmet. Just I'm just gonna raw dog this penalty shot, no helmet.
You got to let those beautiful locks just flow. You just got to let it.
Yeah. Guess so. And I was just like, and it was funny because some of those kids in the first game, they were going out there. One kid had on like a old football leatherhead. It's like just no safety. Safety didn't exist in the 90s. Maybe that's why we're built different.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, we're not offended by much either.
Right. And we know how to mind our own business or keep scrolling.
Yeah. We don't take our time out of our day to say, this person's stupid. Yeah. It's crazy.
Too true.
It is crazy. All right. So I had to watch the pilot of Sons of Anarchy. Is it just me, or is literally every pilot of every season show ever is titled Pilot, by the way?
I think you're right. And if it's not, it should be.
Yeah, so this episode was called Pilot because it was the pilot, kind of introduced the viewers to the outlaw motorcycle club that is Sam Crow is the acronym, which is Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club Redwood Original, which is let's shorten that to Sam Crow, please, because that's That's what we need. Based in basically the town of Charming, California. Have you ever been to Charming, Mark? Is it charming?
Never. That's Northern California. I'm a Southern California boy, so I've never been up there.
Yeah, so I mean, I would imagine it's pretty charming, but again, I couldn't tell you. And it sounds charming. I mean, California for the most part is charming, so we will see. I mean, the story centers around Jax Teller, the club's vice president. He gets the kind of the nod for the club after discovering a manuscript written by his late father, John Teller, detailing a more idealistic vision for this Sons of Anarchy Club Redwood original. And they scramble, recover their weapons. The rival gang torches their illegal gun warehouse, and so they're dealing with all this. The cops start buckling down on these gangs and stuff like that. This episode, basically, what pilots love to do, just get everything set up. Some pilots are slow, like you mentioned. This one might be a little slow. You got to lay the base down. You got to lay the foundation down. You got to set up what's to come. Introduce, obviously, characters. I was going to say new characters, but a pilot episode, everyone's new. So you got to kind of be patient with pilot episodes. Maybe the first couple episodes of a series. Obviously, it introduces key characters. Clay Morrow, the club's president, and Jax's stepfather. That becomes you don't see it much in this first episode, but it becomes a kind of a power. I don't want to say like a power struggle, more of maybe like a power dynamic between those two within the club. So I thought this episode did a good job of kind of setting up, establishing the gritty, violent, emotional tone of the series. Again, just seen bits and pieces of episodes here and there, but it seems like it. This was kind of set apart from other series, Mark. You don't. This was like one of a kind. A motorcycle gang, a whole show based around that. You didn't see that really up until now. So it kind of stood alone when it came to the thought and the idea. I think for maybe as slow, maybe as people think it's a little slow, the pilot, it's a strong, engaging start to the series. I am hooked, so I will continue it. But again, the upcoming family drama is going to be interesting, obviously, again with Jax and Clay. So we will see what happens there. And obviously the mom being involved is another dynamic that we get to see. So it's almost like a family affair, and then I'm interested to see, what they discover with Jax's late father. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, good old Ed Gein starring in this. Not a lot of people realize that, but there you go. But yeah, I'm definitely going to keep watching it. If you haven't seen this show, I would definitely recommend it. I don't know what's to come, which I like about it as well.
Yeah, no, that's another one that, like I said, the creator of the show took his time with the characters, and you can tell that he actually loved the characters that he created. And that pilot episode is, like you said, engaging. It's intense, and it like slow in some parts, but really, really, really fast, and it kind of gets going in other areas of the episode. And it just gets more and more intense, and it stays that way until the end of the series. So, well, like I said, one of my favorite series, great show. And like I said, the character work in that, perfect.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of shows that have come out recently, it's almost like there might be like one, I guess, superstar actor, a well-known actor that but then the rest of the cast is kind of unknown, and it's just you're like, I don't know if this is gonna be good, but it's just acted beautifully. So I'm excited. Yeah, obviously there's big actors in this. Obviously, Ed Gein is a huge actor now. I can't call him Ed Gein. But yeah, so gonna be a fun watch.
Yeah, Kate Segal, Ron Perlman.
Katie Segal, by the way, she's in everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't hate it. I don't hate it because she's a cougar.
And yes, she is. And fun fact, her husband was the one who created the show.
Yeah, I did find that out.
So, but yeah, no, great acting in there.
What a lucky guy.
and no matter how small the names were, they all did really good in there, and mixed well with some of the superstars that they brought along.
Yeah, it's so yeah. I'm excited to keep the journey going, as it were. And like I said, everything's new to me, so that's the exciting part.
Yep, I agree. It's a great show. I'm happy. I'm jealous of you.
I don't know why, but I'll take it. All right, Will, I guess we are ready to spin the wheel review as we get going here, as we're going to pull up our cute little wheel that we spin every week. It is called the wheel review, so it'll land on movies or TV shows. Mark loves the movie version, and he's gotten it at least the last month. I've gotten TV shows a lot, so maybe it'll mix it up. Mark, you're going first. Let's see what you get. Tell me when.
Let's go. Let's get at it. Uh-oh.
Oh, we got it.
Let's go. This is my second time getting a TV show.
What did you have to watch before?
Echo.
Oh, that's right. All right, so he is on.
The rest were movies.
Let's see what genre he's got. So we got cartoon, drama, comedy, superhero, and miniseries. Here we go. Drama.
There it is.
Crowd loves it, of course. So we got drama. Yeah, they go crazy for a lot of this. So I guess we should, if it lands on Sons of Anarchy, I guess we'll respin, unless you want to watch it. But here we go.
Now let's respin it if it lands on it.
Oh my God! Oh, it changed at the last second. Technically,
Love it.
Technically, this is a mini series, but we'll allow it.
Yeah, that should go under miniseries. There's only 10 episodes.
But we'll allow it. So now we get to see how many episodes he's going to watch. And so the choices are pilot, 5 episodes, beginning with the pilot, or co-host choice. I might be greedy, Mark, and have you watch the whole damn thing.
I'm gonna probably end up doing that anyways.
There it is.
There it is.
Love it. Yeah, Mark, we're gonna make a busy week out of you and have you watch all 10 episodes, all 20 something hours of it. So yeah, one of my favorite things that was ever presented on TV was Band of Brothers. I rewatch it at least twice a year. So
Same.
a lot of actors got their start on this show. So yeah, a lot of cameos, a lot of everything. I mean, it's just so well done. It's again one of those. I think this is a perfect example, Mark, of one of those shows that have that good mix of well-known actors mixed in with people you might not have seen or heard of. You maybe you have seen them, like these character actors. I couldn't tell you their name. Stuff like that. So this does I think this is one of those, like you said, a good blend of those type of actors.
Agreed. And then the historical accuracy behind it all, and just how they mix all of the experiences with the Hollywood just beautifully. Love it.
Yeah. So now I'm jealous because that's one of my favorite. All right. Let's see what TV show I'm watching. Oh, oh, oh,
Uh-oh.
oh!
Uh-oh.
I thought it was going to be different. That is, by the way, someone sitting in their couch watching TV. So it will be a TV show. Crowd should have booed that one, by the way, because
You always get TV shows.
I know now I'm like I'm behind on stuff now because I'm watching so many TV shows. Here we go. Genre. Oh, we got the same one.
Uh-oh. Are we both watching Band of Brothers this week?
Are we? Are we twinning this week? Oh, drama. I think if it lands on Band of Brothers, we'll respin it.
Fair enough.
Or I think Orange is the New Black is on this wheel, so we'll respin it on that one too. Oh, nice. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
Speaking of gambling and the mob.
And the mafia.
By the way, when I heard like the mafia was involved with like Chauncey Billups', I'm like, was he running around with Tony Soprano? And then they listed like all of like the family names, and it was like a straight out of New York. They're like the Bagaji family and the who. I'm like, that is like straight out.
Hey, they didn't call him Mr. Big Shot for nothing, right? I guess if he's gonna mess that up at 100.
I thought he was the king of Park Hill here in Denver. But yeah, that was crazy. All right, so you get to watch Band of Brothers. Oh, we didn't. Wait a minute. We did not do the other part of this, Mark, and that is how many episodes.
Oh, yes.
I almost let that one go. I almost got that by you. So let's see.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught it.
Ooh,
the pilot.
It's funny, Mark, because I did rewatch all of this not too long ago.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll have to rewatch the pilot because it was. I wonder if it's titled Pilot. By the way, we will see if it is, and you'll have to let us know if the what the first episode of Band. I don't think that's titled Pilot because it is technically a mini series, and they like to title their episodes.
Right. Especially because I think don't they title them after which historical event it took over?
Yeah, there's a lot of that in there, and it's a mini series, which is like it's in between like a full blown movie and a full blown 5+ season show. So it's like a mini movie every time. Obviously, you have hour episodes or whatever it is. So technically a mini series, but I guess we'll let it slide this time. But yeah, very good show. Sopranos, I'm excited. I want to get into your opinions on the. Have you seen The Sopranos, by the way?
I got through, I think maybe season 2. Is that? Trying to remember where I left off. It never sped up for me. It's not that I disliked it, but I just didn't go back to it. I found something that caught my attention, never went back to it. But yeah, I want to say I stopped. It was pretty early on in that series. I don't even know if I made it to the second season where they got the Serbian dude, brought him to the butcher shop, killed him.
As they do, as one does.
Yeah. So I think that's about where I left off. That area is what I remember.
Well, I kind of wish you landed on The Sopranos and landed on co-host choice because I mean you'd be buried in Sopranos right now. I literally would have told you to watch the whole series.
I mean, like I said, it's not that I disliked it. It just kind of, I was waiting for the hammer to drop, and it really didn't to the point that I was at.
Yeah, understandable. Fun fact, though, both HBO series, which is a little correlation there. So that's exciting, at least.
Yeah. HBO just, man, they used to kill TV back in the day.
Perfect segue into what I was going to talk about, what I brought up earlier. I was super excited for this series. It premiered last night, on HBO Max, original series, by the way. Welcome to Derry, which is the basically prequel story to your favorite Pennywise the Clown, Mark, from the It movies. Derry, Maine, obviously is where the It movies are set up. You just can't leave Derry. Apparently, it is crazy. So the first episode dropped last night on HBO Max. I will have a review up hopefully soon of the first episode. I am so behind. I am like 4 episodes behind on the Daryl Dixon series of The Walking Dead. So far behind, but I love Tim Curry's version of Pennywise, R.I.P. by the way, and then Bill Skarsgård. Fantastic in the first It remake movie. Just terrific the way he brought Pennywise to life. Have you? Do you like these movies? Have you?
Yeah. So I actually watched the original years and years ago. Tim Curry was, probably my favorite fear character in that one, because one, how he did it, two, it's Tim Curry, but two, like he kind of gave you the creeps just with that kind of deep Brooklyn voice and accent. The second one, or at least the first remake, I thought they did a good job not trying to recreate a Tim Curry character, but kind of doing their own thing. I thought that was, one, very wise, but two, it worked out. It worked out great. So, but yeah, actually, have watched it. It did not kill me as the other horror movies have, but I like it. Plus, great message. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. So.
Yeah, and It Chapter 2. It was like it was like a huge time jump. So the kids in the first movie were adults. Weird to see Bill Hader in a horror movie, but hey, whatever floats your boat. I can what's her name? The redhead who obviously is the girl. I cannot remember her name. I get her and another actress confused because their names for some reason I think sound similar, but I want to say Jessica. I don't know, but anyway, they're all grown up now, and Pennywise still comes to ruin their life. And like you said, they figure out that he feasts on fear, and they get trapped in the house and stuff like that. But so going back to the new prequel series on HBO Max, once again titled "Welcome to Derry," you're following some kids around, and it is so weird, I guess, how it all started. I'm still wondering what the Air Force has to do with anything in this show yet. Obviously, they recruit some Air Force pilots from somewhere to go up to Maine, because Maine apparently is closer to Russia than anything else is, so they could fly. It's a shorter flight to Russia, because this is like the 19 whatevers, where
Wouldn't
Russia.
that be Alaska though?
again, I have not figured out the Air Force part of this show. And again, some of these questions obviously would be detailed in the article that's going to be posted on e5280sports.com. But so we will see what happens. But yeah, a little spoiler. This kid, I guess, has troubles at home, and so he sneaks into a movie theater. The usher catches him, kicks him out, and he's like literally hitchhiking like in a blizzard. And then a car finally picks him up. It's a family, a father, a mom who's pregnant, and an older sister, younger brother. And you'd think it's like a typical family. And they're like, where are you headed? And he's like, anywhere but Derry. And they're like, well, that's cool, because we're going to Portland. So you like literally going to drive this kid to Portland with no contact with their parents. So that's, as one does. Again, that's been the theme of this. That's been the theme of this podcast is as one does. But so, and then you don't really see where they're driving, Mark, but they kind of go in a circle, and then you see the sign that says "Welcome to Derry," and the kid's like, "Wait a minute, I thought we were going to Portland." And the older sister pulls out a Tupperware thing, that's titled liver, and she's literally like just dipping her fingers in this liver, and then she tries to like have the kid smell it and do whatever. And then all of a sudden the mom gives birth, and it's like a devil baby with wings. And I'm assuming that's how this all got started. They still have not explained that. And then the devil baby kills a whole bunch of people. And I'm like, is that a young Pennywise? I'm not sure, because it did eat somebody's arm like Pennywise did in the first It movie, poor little Georgie. But I don't know.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the OG.
Yeah, I mean, hi Georgie. Yeah, it was. So it was an interesting start to this, because I was I'm still excited to watch this series, but interesting start to say the least.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to how it evolves, because I feel like we watched another episode of Lost. I've got more questions than answers now.
Oh God, I can't wait till the wheel lands on Lost, because that was my favorite show forever. And
just coming to the podcast with 47 questions.
It did get weird, and it did. Every time the episode started, I was like, let's get weird, because
right, exactly.
Yeah, I still don't.
I've never finished that series, to be honest with you.
You got to finish it so you can even be more confused, because we don't know where they were, what happened, what was it all real? We don't know.
But here we are.
But we're here anyway, damn it. Yeah, so that'll be exciting. I think we should just, if it lands on Lost, I think we should just give that whole series a month by itself. We don't spin a wheel for a month and just do Lost.
And just talk episodes. That'll be our entertainment portion of the week, just talking Lost.
And we will get lost, because it's I'm already lost, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you where we are, but it was crazy. It was a crazy show. One of those shows where you're like, how do they think of this? Like, this is like brand new information. This is just brand new thinking outside the box, just craziness all around. And again, it did get weird towards the end. Again, time travel. Where are we? But moving islands. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's literally like the writer had ADD and just, let's throw this one in there. Let's throw this one in there.
Yeah, it was nuts. But I'm excited for the day that the wheel lands on Lost. Maybe it'll be like in Lost, and like the wheel just starts like going crazy.
Just going crazy.
Yeah. Because we're not on a correct axis, as it were. But yeah. So Mark will I already forgot what Band of Brothers. I was gonna say I already forgot what your assignment was, and then I'm just What did I have to watch?
Sopranos. I almost forgot.
See, I'm so we're talking about Welcome to Derry and Lost. It's just not a good combination.
It's what Lost does to people
at this hour at the night too. It's crazy. But so that'll be next week's assignments. Going to continue Sons of Anarchy as well. You're going to enjoy your 20-something hours of Band of Brothers, which is going to be exciting. And then, against the Sopranos. But that is going to do it for us here. Thank you for adjusting your schedules to our late schedule tonight on Sports Equinox Night, which is crazy fun. By the way, so the hockey version of the Sports Equinox ended today. Only 2 games on the docket for them. The Chiefs blow out the Commanders. So the football portion of the Sports Equinox Night is concluded as well. And we might be going to extra innings here, Mark, in World Series Game 3. So their portion of the Sports Equinox Night is going firm. 5-5, top of the 9th. 2 outs for the Blue Jays. And then, of course, the NBA still got some games live right now. Nuggets 9-point lead over the Timberwolves now. Suns and Jazz. Where did the Jazz come from, by the way? They're playing really good basketball right now. They're up on the Suns with 8 seconds left. Grizzlies, Warriors going at it. Trailblazers. And by the way, Trailblazers are undefeated since Chauncey Billups is not on the side. Crazy. crazy. But
Gotta
yeah,
love
we have
it.
4 games left on the NBA side of the Sports Equinox. So happy Sports Equinox Day for all of you that celebrate, and celebrate in your own way, man, because it's a rare occasion.
Revel in it. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Crack open whatever you drink and just pour it on yourself, because that's how good it feels.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that is going to do it for us here on the mark, when on the mic here on E5280 Sports and Elevation 5280 Sports and Lifestyle. There is a chance our network could be looking different here soon, but we'll keep you updated on all of the socials. Speaking of which, go to Facebook, Instagram, follow us at Elevation 5280 Radio, at Marky Sexton. I'm at Sports Junkie on Instagram. Follow us on X as well, at 5280 Sports Live. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and catch the on-demand versions of these pods, at least the audio versions, on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music, and of course YouTube. We're live right now on YouTube, but you can obviously rewatch it on that. This and many pods on the network brought to you by Pike Peak Sports Cards. Mark, any final thoughts before we jet on out of here?
Glad we got to make it happen on Sports Equinox Day. So
Yeah, I mean, we had to. We'd be doing everyone a disservice if we could not.
Absolutely.
So for Mark Saxton, I am Michael Spillane. Happy Sports Equinox night. We will talk to you next week.